Hi, this is Charlene and the Tiny Terror Sarah. If you've followed any of our videos, you've probably heard me mention my mealworm project. Well, I've learned a few things and I'm ready to upgrade them. First, I want to show you where I started from. I got 3 shoe boxes from Dollar Tree at $1 a piece, oatmeal, and some potatoes. I saw a video on how to start it that way. It worked really good, but I have noticed a potentially detrimental issue. When I covered the shoe boxes as they recommended, putting a whole lot of holes in it, there was a lot of condensation in the shoe boxes. For mealworms, that is not good. Particularly the pupae, which I have 1 left in here. Thankfully, the majority of them survived and turned into beetles. But the pupae need very dry, very dark environment to turn from pupa to beetle. I tried a plethora of options. They didn't seem to work. So I decided to leave the lid off. Well, Rick and I were kind of batting ideas back and forth, and we contacted one of our friends who had a 10-gallon aquarium. Perfect. This is what they're upgrading to. What I'm currently doing is putting cardboard in here that will separate the beetles from the mealworms and pupa. It's tight enough that unless they're superbug, they're not going to be able to get into it. I have 2 bags of oatmeal, again from the Dollar Tree. I love Dollar Tree up here. I'm not entirely certain the reasoning behind using oatmeal, other than it keeps it dry and it gives them a constant food supply. The potatoes is another source of food and apparently gives them the moisture that they also need. So now I have dumped, and I don't have any more larvae in here. They have transferred all into bugs. So this can be given over to the chickens or into the compost pile. I have 1 pupa in here who I really hope has survived. So I will delicately place him in there. They don't need a whole lot of space, considering, well, the pupa don't move at all. They wiggle around a little bit. And the larvae just kind of wiggle around and dig a little. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else, so this can also go to the chickens. Now,
we've got a lot of beetles.
I am going to give the beetles their new home. Probably not the best way to have introduced them to the new home, but they're now in there.
And we've got lots.
Oh.
What?
Well, I'm going to move you guys over. anybody who has arachnophobia or fear of insects, I apologize. All right. I just put fresh...
Oh, there's a striped one. I saw a striped one. You
I-
buried it.
Pardon me. I had just put fresh potato in there. There we go. So, oh, you can really see them moving now.
They're digging.
Mm-hmm. Now, they like dark environments, so what I may do is put a plastic bag or a paper bag, just tape it up around it, just give them a little bit of darkness. Now, for the new mealworms. I got these over at PetSmart, $5 a piece for 50 worms.
I was there the whole time.
So, oh yeah, they're starting to come to life. Now all we need to do is introduce them to their
Mates.
new home.
Whoa, they look like slugs right now. Or little caterpillars.
You know, these look quite different from the other worms I bought. Certainly a lot fatter. I don't know if it's because they're a different type of worm or what's going on here.
I think they've been here for a while and they turned. And they've
I don't
been
know.
feeding them a lot.
These are waxworms by Timberline. Again, they're about, oh, what did I have them down as? About $4.79 for 50 of them.
And we have 100 of them right now.
I'm already anticipating some die-offs, so we're probably looking at about 90 worms currently. We're looking at about 90 beetles, and I'm hoping some eggs.
Oh, we've got a climber.
And we do, in fact, have a climber. That is interesting.
Our worms that we usually had never climbed.
Yep, we got a little climber over here. That's unusual. Then again, it might be because it's cardboard.
Oh, we got 2.
I may have to rethink a few things. But that is my current project. I'm going to top this off with a 10-gallon lid that I also got from PetSmart. This one was $12.99. So total $20. Total about $20 spent today on the mealworm project. I'll keep you updated and let you know how things are going periodically.
Oh,
Think that-
Mommy, it's getting into the beetles.
I may have to rethink a few things. Be right back.
Tape.
Hello, I'm back. I had a few technical issues. A few bugs trying to run away from me. And had to hit pause real quick. But I'm back, and what I'm currently doing is making a mess. Cutting up the potatoes that I got for food source for the worms. I am kind of curious about this batch, considering they're either a different breed than I got before, or they're a lot, well, yes, a lot better fed. I don't know yet. But we will see. I hope I just didn't mess up my entire project. other than that, this is my mealworms, including one over here trying to escape. I ended up duct taping the barrier between them.
All the best part about screens, to keep them in.
So this will hopefully, cut this down a little bit more, give them more room to grow. They already look quite a bit happier. I went to get more mealworms and picked them up. Not a problem. Came in the same container. I got home and noticed they were waxworms. Waxworms, mealworms, I thought they were the same. So I put them into the container. And then I looked it up because I noticed they looked different, they acted different, they were bigger. Turns out the mealworms the waxworms turn into wax moths. Not what I'm doing at all. But improvise, adapt, overcome. What I'm going to have to do is wait for my waxworms to cocoon, and then they're chicken food. I am probably going to have to wait until they have all cocooned. Or I can risk it, since I know the difference now between the mealworms and waxworms, integrating them and working from there. I haven't quite decided that yet, but yeah. Harley, do you have anything to add?
No, just, yeah.
Yeah?
Well, the first time we got mealworms, it was pretty cool. The first time we got a pupa, I was really excited. And the first time we got a beetle, same way, but more excited. And, well, yeah.
It'll be okay. Either way, we're going to get more.
Yep. And we're not going to get the waxworms, definitely.
We're not going to get the waxworms anymore. So, I guess that's all. If you have any questions or comments. Yes, Sarah Jane. Feel free to comment below. And this is Charlene and Harley, and we'll be seeing you. Here's the final product. I went ahead and taped paper bags around the outside to make it nice and dark in there. And let me turn the light on. We have happy mealworms. I'll let you know the results as they happen.
Hey y'all, Rick here with Itty Bitty Homestead. Want to take some time here and say thank you very much for spending time with us. You could have spent your time doing something else, reading a book, watching something else on television, but you chose to spend time with us, and for that, we're very grateful. If you received any value out of this, either through education or humor because of something silly we did, which we do a lot, we hope that you will consider donating to our homestead. We have two options currently. One is through PayPal, and the other is through Patreon, where you can become a patron of the dirt for $3.33 a month. I know, it's a strange donation, but some people will really get it. Our goal is to make this a fully functioning homestead, to where not only can we feed ourselves, but we can also in turn feed other people and help other people. So if you'd be willing to, please consider donating today and help us on this project. Help us to speed this up and to make something that will last and hopefully help others. I guess that's all for today. So I'll end this by saying thank you, God bless, and we'll be seeing you.